Date is December 23rd, 1996. Survivor is Irving Guttman, Irving Guttman. Interviewer is Serena Torres, Saerina Tauritz. We're in Boca Raton, Florida, United States of America, and this interview is being conducted in English, and this is tape 1. Date is December 23rd, 1996. I'm here with survivor Irving Guttman. We are in Boca Raton, Florida, United States of America. My name is Serena Torres, and this interview is being conducted in English. Good afternoon. Can you tell us your name, please?
Irving Guttman,
Can you spell it, please?
Irving Guttman.
Thank you. How old are you today?
81,
And what's your date of birth?
March 15, 1915.
And where were you born?
Zlochov.
And where is that?
You heard about Lemberg, Lvov? It is where we had about 70 kilometers to
And which country was that?
Poland.
Okay, thank you, Irving. Can you tell us your mother and father's names?
Sarah Guttman and Joshua Guttman
And what did your father do for a living?
in a creamery.
And did you have brothers and sisters?
6.
Are you able to
Three-
tell
three,
us?
3 sisters and 3 brothers.
Are you able to tell us their names?
The oldest one, he died last year here. Louis. Then after Louis was Miriam. Then was Sheva, me, then was Manya, Joseph. How many do I have?
One more, I think. Were there 6 including you?
Including me.
Okay, then that's it. Thank you, Irving. Can you tell us a little bit what your life was like pre-war?
At home,
Yes, please.
we enjoyed life very much because, you see, being in the creamery, Poland was a very poor country, and the Jews in the city was suffering badly, hunger. But being in the creamery, we had $1, and we had a decent life, yes. We didn't until the war.
Before the war started, Irving, can you tell me what was the tradition in your family for Shabbos and for holidays? Do you remember any special occasions?
Yes. We were Orthodox. We had 3 sons. We were always went to synagogue with the father. Coming from the synagogue, we had dinner. That way was going on. But we had it good. The life was,
How large was the Jewish community where you lived?
there was a lot of Jews. I can't tell you the amount, but a lot of Jews
Were there,
in a lot of synagogues. Yes.
Were there special events that you remember that would take place in the town on holidays?
Holidays, what can I tell you? A Jewish boy, they kept Orthodox. I would never walk out of the house without a cap. On a Shabbos, I wouldn't smoke a cigarette. Because, you know, you were watching the respect for people. And you were always careful, you know. Yes.
What did you do for fun?
We used to go to movies, yes. Yes, we had organizations. We were making, I'll tell you, it was more life in the poor Poland, the Jews, than over here in the USA. Every Saturday, they were renting places, what can I tell you, like a supermarket, the size of a supermarket. In fact, in the bottom was a wholesale food supermarket, wholesale. And the upstairs, they were renting and were dancing. And it was the size, and was all the link was in the by the wall was a buffet. You had to buy. You danced with a girl, you took her to the buffet, you know, you bought a bite. But it was very enjoyable, more than the USA.
Do you remember any of the dances? We're just going to stop our filming for 1 second to repair something. This is continuation of tape 1. Thank you for your patience, Irving. Tell us what were some of the dances?
Slow fox, tango, waltz. That was my main, I didn't like to jump foolishly, but I used to. A ball dancer. So it pays off.
Prior to the war and during your growing up, did you witness any acts of anti-Semitism in your town?
There was always, yes. But it was covered up quietly. It didn't show up. I show off, you know, in the public. But anti-Semitism was always on there, yes.
Did it ever happen to you?
No. No, but I knew, like, I was, to give you an example, I was living like Detroit, in Lansing. A Polish student was following a Jew boy, a young fella. He was following him until he found opportunity by walking up a few, you know, what you call high up,
Flights upstairs?
steps, yes. And then he found opportunity by a window and he pushed him out. Killed him. Student. We, the Jews, couldn't go to college. High school. if they want to learn a profession, you have to leave Poland, go to a different country to learn a profession. I had here in New York a doctor. He wanted to be a doctor, and he's in Poland. But he didn't have the money. So he got engaged to a girl. Money. The girl was already suffering. A boy came over from Argentina to Poland and married her and took her back to Argentina and sold her. You heard about it?
No.
You never heard of it? Yes, there was I forgot the place where he sold her. But happened that she had the parents were wealthy, so she ran away. They sold her in an Afghan house. And he's got money for it. She ran away, and she came back home. So that guy who wanted to be a doctor, as she came home, he got engaged. And she sent him out to Czechoslovakia to become doctor. He came over here, he was in New York.
Irving, when did troubles first start happening in your town? What were the first indications to you and your family?
Divo, I'll tell you, that was from Germany. First of all, it started off, the name was a woman, Polak, Pristolova. I still remember her name. She came over with how should I call it? That the Jews should not be allowed to slaughter the cattle, because that's a very cruel way the Jews slaughter the cattle. So she started off with a norm and cut it down and down. So you could imagine that the Jews had to find a way to eat the hind too, because there wasn't enough meat. So they were making kosher the hinds too, just to have enough, to have more meat. But they were looking always, just for the Jew to tighten things.
How did things affect your father's creamery?
We were out of business immediately. Yes. There was no creamery. Not Jewish.
Did your family discuss what plans you had, what options you had?
And we had no options because you couldn't go nowhere. First of all, the majority had no money. And then it was, I would say, stupidity of the public. My father came over once, let's say from Lansing, and brought over papers. He wanted to go to Australia. The papers were to fill in, and there was opportunity to go to Australia. So my mother, she rest in peace. What do you mean? I'll leave here, the whole family? She's got 10 sisters and brothers, and I'll go to Australia. And we were 6 kids. We would be really living there. But that's the way it happened. Stupidity. Yes.
What were the actions that were being taken against the Jewish population there?
The Jew had no saying anything. They liquidate, I had, what can I tell you? That was already, I would say by the German was there. And I seen the Germans coming through the side drive, coming to my house. So I jumped out through the back window and I went to the forest. The parents, the mother and 2 sisters, were running. They were in the house. And they come in right away, they shot him right in the house. With no questions. And I was in the forest. About a year.
You never went back home after that?
No.
How did you survive in the forest?
That's a good question. In fact, I had a cousin with me, and then we found another boy, a Jew boy. We were together. So at night, we used to go to the village and hide ourselves in the hay, deep in the hay, and sleep through. And early in the morning, we left. And I was the cook. And early in the morning, we went back to the forest, and we looked up certain mushrooms, very, very expensive mushrooms. And I cooked a good meal. I would leave you the best steak for those mushrooms. Anyway, one time I was sitting next to a tree, leaned over to a tree, and I was cooking in the front. And the food was ready. My cousin and the other guy was sleeping a few steps further on the grass. While I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming, the mother. And the mother, I'm dreaming that I am in a freight wagon, in a car, a rail car, empty, completely empty. I'm just the only one. And I'm scared. Yeah, and he got loose from the other, and I'm scared. I'm sleeping, and I get scared if that wagon will hit somewhere, I'll get killed. And the mother answered me, don't worry, just sit tight to the wall and nothing will happen to you. This is a dream. And this bullets with no limit are whistling around me. And I woke up, and I'm running. I didn't know where I'm running. But I fell, and I scratched my forehead, and was bleeding a little. So I'm running until on a forest road. I look at my cousin is waiting already about 3 blocks further, waiting for me. So I'm coming over. As I came closer, he says, oh, you got a bullet in your forehead. So I say, I'm smiling, I say, with a bullet I still could run. So it was after a rain. I wiped it off the blood and it was just scratched. He says, you're okay.
Thank you, Irving. We're just going to take a break to change tapes and then we'll continue.
All right.